Because she has Marisol instead of, like, Fiona.
Yeah. So, not caring for it. But, whatever. Your ambition is going to destroy you, Katie. It's the tale of hubris. Anyway. Where am I? New Holly J. Okay. My next note. Oh, no. We're going to have to hear the blonde girl sing. And that, yeah. So, they decide on the coffee house.
Yeah, they decide on the
but like
coffee
in
house
the
event.
cafeteria. Like they don't already have above the dot and also just the dot.
Also, like, what is the point of this event?
I don't know. Is it their money going towards anything? Do people have to pay? Is it just like a school function?
Like, why do we need this? Why do we need to fill the social calendar with this? Why don't we just not have a thing?
Why do we need to fill the social calendar at all?
I don't get it.
We had 2 dances and many pep rallies, but I don't think we ever had, I don't know, we probably had events. I'm not one to talk. I don't know. I didn't go to things.
I mean, yeah, we had like some rallies and we know I had dances, but we never had anything stupid like this. I guess we did have like a talent, like we didn't even really have a talent show. I don't know.
I don't think we did. I think that there would people would be way too prone to ridicule
if we did. It was like
we
extremely
did.
optional and like not during school and not during lunch. Like you didn't have to be subjected to it if you didn't want to be.
I don't think we did. I think they tried to do stuff like that in middle school, but like people were way too mean, so they like would cancel them before they started.
I don't think we had talent shows past elementary school. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, coffee house. Jenna's like, I gotta write a song. Is this when she?
Of course she does.
Oh yeah, and then Marisol enlists Jake to like build the stage.
Yeah, but that's not this yet.
Okay.
First, Drew is worried because Katie is hurt.
Yeah.
And that's when, this is when we find out her mom has MS. Because before she's in a wheelchair, but we don't really have an explanation. And she's like, no, my mom, like, her MS stuff started happening when she was my age. And I need to, like, hold on to, like, being able-bodied as long as possible, I guess.
Oh, yeah, because Drew was like, stay off your knee. Do you want to end up in a wheelchair? And it was like, oh, Drew, don't go there. And then she, like, flips out about it. And is like, I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. Basically.
Yep. And then Tristan is actually doing
the fat thing.
Yeah. And it is effective.
Yeah.
And
then she starts crying. And
then
like,
he's like,
oh, no,
oh,
no.
God. I've made a mistake. And
he's like, just kidding. I made it up. But you, like, are ditching me for him all the time, and it's not cool. And she's like, a real friend would want to hang out with me and my boyfriend. And I'm like, that is false.
No,
nobody wants to
not.
fucking third wheel that bullshit.
Why would you expect someone to just, like, third wheel it all the time? No. Why would you expect someone to agree to third wheel ever?
No.
Like, that is not, no. Absolutely not. Like, if they offer it up, cool. Join in. But like I offered up third wheeling on Sunday because my friend and I were going to this like cherry blossom festival thing,
right?
And she was like, I think my boyfriend's gonna go, and I was like, great, perfect, I'll hang out with both of you.
Yeah, like something like that is like fine,
but like don't like come sit at the skate park and watch my boyfriend skateboard with me. Hard pass. No. All of that sounds really boring, and also like why would he want to do this?
No. And also, like, you know that you're just going to be paying attention to your boyfriend the whole time anyway. And poor Tristan is going to be, like, twiddling his thumbs, being like, why the fuck am I at a skate park?
Agreed.
I want to be watching West Drive.
Honestly, just same. Same, Tristan. And then this is when Jenna wants to sing, and Allie, but she's like, I'm too sad inside. And Allie's like, no, you have to. It's like if a dog is sad and you wag its tail for it, it starts to wag its tail because you're making it do the thing that makes it happy. So now it's acting happy, which like I don't think a dog would like that at all. I've known many a dog. I've never met a dog that's been super on board for you grabbing their tail and moving it around. No dog wants that.
But it's similar to like if you pretend like you're happy and having a good time, you'll eventually like be happy or something.
Don't get me wrong, it's not bad advice. I'm just saying, like, logistically,
weird, bad metaphor,
terrible metaphor.
But yeah, she's like encouraging her to do the show because she's like, you will feel better after you do it, basically.
Yes. Oh, and then I forgot to mention Drew, when he's reassuring Katie, is like, I have my like his uncle or his godfather or someone is a sports doctor.
His godfather.
He's like, I'll make an appointment for you, and then you can go see him and see what's going on. And Katie goes to the sports doctor, and she is refusing to take a break, and the doctor is not having any of her shit.
Yeah, the doctor's like, you need to stay off of it. It's like you're putting a strain on your ACL or something. And she's like, why can't you just give me drugs so I can play through it? I have tryouts, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, give you a prescription for a highly addictive opiate substance? I don't think so. Take some ibuprofen, and if it still hurts, stay off of it. This could lead to like you like tearing your ACL.
And then you will be lucky if you can like walk well again, let alone
like play soccer.
Yeah. And he's like, I want you to wait until I can at least like get you an MRI so we know what's going on. But like she can't get an MRI for another month or something.
Yeah.
Which also like seems not real, but whatever. I know like I had knee problems, and like sometimes I would have to do things like 2 weeks later or whatever, but never like a month for an MRI.
Yeah, she basically needs it like immediately because her soccer tries are like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So no time would be soon enough unless it was like right now. But yeah, bad news from the doctor, but also she ignores it.
Because Katie. And this is when we find out that Jake has somehow been enlisted to build the stage.
Right. And Jenna decides to like practice in the same room where he's building the stage.
And he goes, "You have to do that here?"
Yeah,
which is funny.
And then is this when she's singing her like Shine song?
Yeah, she's all like, she's doing her weird like cheerful thing. And you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that episode of Boy Meets World where Eric starts dating that singer who sings like the really happy cheerful songs, and she's not popular,
and then he breaks up with her, and then she sings like broody sad songs, and she gets like famous.
Yeah, because she becomes like a weird grunge Fiona Apple for a minute.
It's amazing.
And then and then he's like, wait, no, you're like famous now, let's date again. And then she starts singing happy songs, and then nobody likes her. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Also, 2 fun things from my watching friend was, 1, doesn't anyone hire adults at this school? Because why is there a child building the stage?
Fair.
And 2,
I know, I thought the same thing.
And 2, straight up thought that Jake and Casey were the same person.
I mean,
wasn't that the guy she had the baby with? Those are different people.
Fair.
Are you sure? Yes,
they
watch
look
it all
kind
the
of
time.
similar.
They look the same. I get it.
But yeah, and he's like, can you play something less shiny? I just broke up with someone. And she's like, me too. And then she like gets an idea, basically.
And my next note are, oh God, are Jake and Jenna going to be a thing? I hope not.
Weird. I'm down for them to be like pals.
Yeah.
But like anything more, I feel like would be weird.
Also,
I feel like neither of them are ready for that.
No, but also it'd be funny because then Jenna literally dates all.
I know,
Claire's exes.
because I think I literally wrote down on my notes like, is Jenna gonna be a boyfriend stealer of Claire's again? Is that just her thing?
It is her thing
because she's only ever dated Claire's exes.
Yes, and also she walked into this school saying, "I'm a boyfriend stealer." Like.
So I guess in that regard, I kind of hope she dates him because it'd just be funny.
I would laugh for like 10 years. Then we get cryptic messages for Zig and Tori, and they're obviously from Tristan. They both show up at the dot, and they're like, "Oh, I thought that it was from you." And then Tristan turns around dramatically because he's a goddamn delight.
And he's like, "I want us all to hang out. I want to apologize. We should all do this." Like a thing for the coffee house together.
And apparently Tristan and Tori like made up a really cute like Friends Forever song at like camp because they're children and it's precious. And I'm honestly on board.
And Tristan is like, it went over amazingly, like people cried or something like that.
Which, sure, why not?
And
I love it. Camp is like
and
a
Zig
totally
is like,
different
great,
animal.
you want me to do that?
Zig is not on board. But also, like, camp is a totally different
Oh, a totally
social
different vibe.
situation.
Yeah.
Like, and then Katie is emptying out the freezer, trying to find peas, and Maya is worried that she's about to binge. Because, yeah, I actually truly forgot that Katie was bulimic. Oh, and then her mom says something gross. She says, ever since you were in utero, you've been a little kicker, which I just don't love the idea of utero. That sketches me out a little bit. There's nothing actually wrong with what she said.
I think that's like a personal problem.
It's definitely
with
a personal
like,
problem.
having children.
I'm like, ew. Utero. Oh, you guys really
That just
well
reminds me
adjusted.
of that episode of Friends when Rachel feels Emma kick and she's like, oh, it reminds me of that really annoying soccer player. What's your name? Mia Hamm. And then someone's like, Mia Hamm. Mia Hamm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Second time we've mentioned Mia Hamm on this episode.
Honestly,
Fair.
we're talking about girls soccer. Who else are we going to talk about?
True. Brandy Chastain, when she
tr-
ripped off her shirt
I don't know
at
who
the
that
World
is.
Cup in 1999 after they won. I was at that game, by
Were
the
you?
way. Yep, against China. I was 7.
I do not remember.
It was in LA.
I do not remember.
Anyway, we're peas.
Oh, peas, and then Katie's mom is taking
Medication.
like codeine or something.
Right.
And Katie's like, "Do you take those every day?" And she's like, "Only when I need them."
And then Katie's like, great, then you won't notice when I take some.
Basically, she steals the drugs. And then we are with Jenna, who is sniffing baby stuff.
Yeah.
Is
Is she
and
writing
that's
a song too?
Basically, yeah, it's just like a quick shot over to Jenna, who's feeling her feelings. And then we are back with Katie, who took way too many drugs. She
And
just
then
took
she,
like a
like-
whole handful of them. And also, she's just like keeping them loose in her jacket pocket.
Yeah. And then she meets Drew to like practice soccer. And they're finally outside, which I'm like, this makes sense.
Yes. Drew is
But
a
also,
bad
why are you
goalie.
practicing with Drew? He doesn't play soccer, but okay. Anyway.
He's a bad goalie.
Yeah.
And then we're back with her the next day where she's icing her knee and stealing more drugs. But Maya catches her, and basically they have an agreement where Maya's not going to tell.
Which I'm like, girl, you should tell on her.
For sure telling her. My
She's
brother would
stealing
tell
your
on
mom's
me.
drugs.
My brother would super tell on me.
Yeah. But I kind of get it. Like, you can condition your younger siblings to not tell on you.
Probably.
And, like, intimidate them and be like, if you do this, don't tell on me, and then blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Anyway, what happens next?
What happens next is, oh God, Jenna's new song.
Oh, God, her angsty new song.
And then she kicks something over in the music room, and
Right.
Jake is in there.
He's like, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Basically.
Also, somehow Jake is now also the sound guy.
Right.
He's like, do you know how to use any of this? I'm like, why are you doing all these jobs?
Marisol is just giving him all the jobs.
Pretty much. She's like, you seem handy. Do all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the song is.
I also
still
don't know
not
why
good.
they need to build a stage for this in the first place, and not just like use the auditorium, but sure.
Yeah, and Casey is kind of like lurking, and he like hears
he
the song
hears
and
the song.
he hears Jake and Jenna talking, and he's like mad.
Yeah. And then
We're with Tori and Tristan, and they're performing their song, and it is also bad. And Tristan's like, I'm going to write a new part for you, Zig. And Zig's like, oh, God.
who decides it should be a rap?
Zig. Who else would decide it's good?
I mean, I couldn't remember.
It's definitely Zig.
It is
but he
bad.
does not decide that yet. But
Okay.
they do their song, and it ends in a little heart.
I think Zig is like, sounds like it's like really only for 2 people. I don't know if I fit in this. He seems like he's trying to like get out of it. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, well, we'll write a part for you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Drew finds out about the drugs, and he's super not on board for it, but he's still signing off because she's like, as soon as I'm done with tryouts, I'm not going to do them anymore. I'm going to have like a couple months off before we start. I just have to get through tryouts, which like I kind of understand.
I
That
kind of
logic.
understood the logic as well.
Even as like not a sports person, I'm like, no, I get it. You have to get through the one thing.
Yeah.
It's just one thing, and then you're done.
Yeah. And then you will get to rest your knee.
Yeah. But then he gives her a piggyback ride, which was kind of sweet. I was like weirdly endeared towards that. And then my next note is just quotes, real artists don't hold back, but I don't remember what that was in reference. And I feel like it's a Jenna thing.
Probably.
And
I
then
don't remember.